It's bacon day. Morning, YouTube. Well, I got the pit boss all fired up last night, as you can see probably in the previous video I'll upload. And now today I'm going to be making some pork belly. And throw that on the pit boss now in a little bit, and we'll shoot some video of making some homemade bacon. I'll share the recipe down in the comments below, and if you have any questions. All right, there, YouTube, back at you. Got the two pork bellies on. Now, I'm not using the probes that came with my pit boss. I'm going to be using my Inkbird, so I can monitor this remotely. I got it on smoke, and the P setting currently is set to 5. It comes default as 4, and I'm going to adjust it probably every half an hour if I need more smoke flavor, if I figure it needs that. I'm going to be running on smoke for the full cook, and hopefully it'll take around 3.5 hours. We'll see how that goes. And we'll check back at you when I go to baste with some sugar-free maple syrup. I'm going to make this keto bacon today. Well, the rain looks like it's starting to slack off. Good time after a couple of days. And we're an hour and a half into this cook. So I got some sugar-free maple syrup. And the current internal temps of both are 117 and 115. Pit currently is running at 170. On P setting 5, I haven't adjusted it yet. So let's go ahead and have a look at these pork bellies. Looks like getting a good color there. Yep. Looks quite nice. Let's go ahead and give them a little baste, and we'll check back in another hour. See how they go. All right, back at you again. We got we're at 12 o'clock now, so that's 3 hours into the cook. Still holding about 165, 170. Kept it at P mode 5. Let's have a look. We got 144 and 138. I think I'm going to cook these to about 150. And we're going to give it another baste. Let's have a look and see how they're doing. Oh yeah, look at that. Got the nice golden color. Usually when I do them on charcoal, they turn out a lot browner, but that's okay. I cooked them fat side down because I think the heat is coming from the bottom, and I just want to protect that meat a little bit. I never really checked out and see if you should cook fat side down or fat side up. I'm sure there's a great debate on that. So I'm going to go ahead and get these a good baste, and probably about another half hour I'm going to pull them off. Bye. All right, she's all done. I took the bottom one off about an hour ago, and then this top one I just took off. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so that means that this bottom piece, which was a little closer to the middle of the pit, took about 3.5 hours, and this guy in the top took almost 5. They both reached an internal temp of between 150 and 160 degrees, which is great for me. You can see that side profile. Great color. I'm just waiting for it now to get to room temperature, and then I'm going to put them in the fridge or possibly the freezer for a little while to firm up, and we're going to get to some slicing. We'll do a taste test later on to see how it really turned out. Get back at you soon. Hey there YouTube, back at you again. This is the night after I cooked this bacon, or I should say pork belly. As you can see, it's got a decent little smoke ring on it, a nice color. The only thing is that the taste is really not there. I've done on the pellet smoker, and I've also done it on my charcoal Weber Smoky Mountain, and I do prefer the charcoal, or maybe it's just because it's my first cook on the Austin XL Pit Boss. But the brine that I used for this was 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of salt, kosher salt, 1 tablespoon of Lakanto brown sugar replacement, or whatever you want to call it, and a little bit of crushed bay leaf. Let that sit in the fridge for 6 days, took it out, gave it a little pat dry, put it in the fridge overnight, and then threw it on the smoker.
You can see in the video, of course, the settings that I use for the pit boss. I put it on the smoke setting, set it on P5 for pretty much the whole cook, and kind of let it ride. This is 1/2 of it, so I've cut some of this up by hand. I'm also going to cut some in the new slicer that I just purchased. It's a Cuisinart, and maybe I'll do a review on that one later on. But I let it sit in the freezer a little bit too long, so it's kind of a little bit too frozen for it. So I'm going to do some by hand and fry up some in the background. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it. Speaking frying. Overall, it was a pretty good cook. Again, like I said, I prefer the taste of charcoal smoke versus the pellet smoke, but maybe I'll give it another shot. Maybe I'll do a side-by-side, 1/2 on the charcoal and 1/2 in the pellet smoker. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and keep smoking.